It's not. They can't. They just come up here and spew lies. Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in the second group?
Madam Chair.
The chair recognizes the councilperson in the sixth ward.
I agree again with Councilman Fife because it's very clear, and it is voluntary. And when you ask for something in writing, they cannot deliver it because it does not exist. And so when it comes to being critical thinkers, I don't know, some of these people here thinking for me, speaking for me, or none of that. None of it. And we talk about moving this money. Yes, First Ward deserves something. I mean, they have quite a bit of money, but they also deserve some representation, as Councilman Pfeiffer stated. There is no representation for this ward, and they'll do fake censures up here. They will divide and vote on a censure that had all lies about me. Y'all voted on it. I ain't called nobody no witch. Sure didn't. But this is the stuff that y'all do. Yeah. So when we talk about who does have money in this blight category, going to rush it and get it through, Cyrus Park, blight category. Yeah. Dale Lewis name on that. She's $50,000.
Cyrus Park. I'm sorry, excuse me, what's your request?
My request for information is, she keeps saying that my name is on it and I submitted something. Where is that proof?
Articles of incorporation, I've showed it, you've seen it, and stopped. You was the director and the president. You moved it after we found out. August 2021, you originated Cyrus Park. You did. Your name is on it. Now, you didn't see it, so don't do that. I mean, we used to be lying and making up rules. Also, she was on the ad hoc committee. How did the council not know that she was the ad hoc, her and Judy? How did we not know that Cyrus Park was getting $50,000? How did we? I didn't know Tanya until I just saw it today. The Cyrus Park is to get $50,000. Our president and vice president, Candace Mashat, is getting ARPA funds.
Oh, no, not Candace.
So we look at how ARPA, and they call it ARPA. I mean, their resolutions made it here to be approved before your church did it, and how you doing this part that. Theirs made it here before the church, before the people. So when we look at this stuff and how it's coming up, Councilman Pfeiffer is completely right. Completely right. I understand when they want to get this money allocated. And by the way, how much more time do I have, Doug? Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Moore, did we ever get the money for creating this deadline that we were supposed to get $250,000?
Is that a question that you have?
Yeah, through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Moore. Did we ever get the money? Yeah.
We have submitted the paperwork. I do not anticipate receiving that until probably in March.
Okay, see over here, Councilman Murphy don't know what he's talking about. The critical thinking. And so we have not received that money yet, right? And do we know how much we're getting? Our last conversation was you didn't know the exact amount.
I still don't know that.
You still don't know the exact amount. They rushed to put the $40 million in that account, and we still don't know how much we're getting. And see, this is the stuff I'm saying. But these are critical thinkers up here. Critical thinkers. You know, I need them to be comprehensive. I mean, to comprehend readers. You have to read and understand. So we don't know. Do we have a date when we have a ballpark?
Our best estimate right now is the end of March. We should find out.
Could you say that again?
The end of March is when we should find out.
Okay, and so we did this all before December, and we still did. We have to do it by now to get $250,000. We haven't gotten zero so far. We don't know how much we're getting so far. So we know who on this council is getting ARPA money, first in the second ward and also in the seventh ward. So I just don't, and I'm not comfortable with this. So you can brand and say it 10 times to try to deceive people. In my opinion, I'm not buying. We didn't get the money that we thought we were supposed to get this time crunch to get it done. We didn't know how much we get.
Yes.
We didn't get, we moved that $40 million over and haven't gotten anything. Got a great big old aid. Nothing. I'm done.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to, okay, the chair recognizes the councilperson in the third ward.
Thank you very much. And to the listening audience, and to the public that's watching, my colleague in the sixth ward say, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know clearly what I'm talking about. And if you heard what I said, and I'm gonna use her quote, go back and rewind the tape. I said to the public and to those who are watching that are critical thinkers, but you can add us in there too, since you brought up our name. If you listen to my colleague in the 8th Ward, just make his spiel of his interpretation of misquoting Shelley Stark Green. And if you listen to him and you watch him in his delivery, it sounds really convincing. If you listen to my colleague in the 6th Ward talk, it can be enticing to believe what y'all hear. What I am saying to this public is you have to be careful what you listen to, where you get your information from, and what you read and interpret, because interpretation is very critical. And people will take something and read it and interpret it and make you believe their interpretation, and they can get emotional with it too. And all of that. I'm just saying, that's why, and they call us I heard one of the public speakers say the Fab Five. That's why, and to the young man that's here representing the church right here on Fleming and Pearson Road, the Kennedy Family Life Center. That's why you have some of us up here, and you work with your pastor, and you understand the critical need of what you guys are trying to do. That's why it's important that some of us on this council work hard to do what we can to make sure you get the tools that you need to help y'all move forward on the stuff that y'all trying to do around the Kennedy Center. Because you'll have people like my colleagues get up here and make these emotional interpretations of what we thinking and call us out our name and talk about people's organization and what they is doing and what they ain't doing. My colleague in the 7th Ward clearly explained to this public that the application that they put in for the Flint Development Center with the water organization that she represents was put in prior to her being appointed on.
What is your point?
I'm sorry, it should be request information.
What's your request?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Did she disclose and fill out a document to let us know? Did she give disclosure in the proper form?
I refuse to answer your question. Back to what I was saying. So what I'm saying to you is my colleague came out publicly and told you guys that the application that they put in was put in prior to her being appointed on the 7th Ward. She didn't know that she was going to be applying for a position and getting appointed. So in the middle of whatever, her application came up. She has no discretion, or what she's supposed to do, pull her application because she put an application? I don't think not. The work that they're doing is critical. She already explained herself. I don't even think you need to explain yourself again because you said what you said. But what I'm saying to this public, just be careful for nothing on what y'all listen to. And you know, some of us come up here with suits on. I got me one on today, but I'm just saying, we come up here with suits and nice hairdos and nice wardrobe and emotional thoughts, and we come out here and we might move our head and we might point our finger and all of that to make y'all believe, because some of us attracted to messiness. So I'm just saying, be very careful what y'all listen to. And when y'all see us voting to try to move things forward, it's because we think it's the best thing to do with this for the best interests of the city of Flint and not based on some emotional thoughts of my colleague or somebody that's making y'all believe that, the staff is a liar, talking about what Shelley Green Sparks
Thank
said.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the council? Excuse me, is anybody else who wishes to address the, agenda item?
Thank you.
Probably give a second, Lord.
Thank you. So, as we expedite this, we've been on resolution number 1 too long. As we expedite this, I just wanted just to make a few things clear. For one, it's sad that our colleague in the A Ward continues to pick on women, continue to call her a liar. That's very disrespectful. That's very disrespectful to call that grown woman a liar. But at the end of the day, when you attack women, this is what it looks like. Next, it's sad that he also followed up with, we removed the voice of the first ward. Not at all. The voice of the first ward decided that he didn't want to represent the first ward when he refused to come to order. But in any event, when you abstain from voting, that's not representing you anyway. So what this body is going to do, we're going to move this resolution forward so the first ward can move forward. Because unfortunately, the colleague in the first ward sent it back. We're tired of playing these political games, these political semantics. And then, I hear someone continuously yelling out. This is not church. This is where you respect, if you respect the courtroom, you give this chamber the same respect. Period. As I proceed, I hear my colleague continue to spew that they got money for their nonprofit. We already addressed that, but I'm going to just ask this question. What has my colleague in the Sixth Ward bill besides a platform of hate, envy, and lies? Last time I checked, no neighborhood association, no events, no nothing.
Point of question, Mr. Mason. Now, your president needs to get some decorum because I'm gonna get on her feed himself in a minute.
That's not a.
She needs to stop that. I got 6 associations in mind. And I'm not
Okay,
taking money.
okay, so what that means,
No money,
that
I
being
said.
said, she's out of order, not back and forth. And so,
Audience, please.
and so, if we want to talk about, and again, I'm gonna move on.
Excuse me, one second. Councilwoman Lewis, Ms. Burns has the floor. She did a request for information. Go ahead.
Are you now stating you are over Cyrus Park and you started, but you're contradicting yourself, liar?
Ms. Burns, please respond to your request for information. Continue.
As stated previously, with pride, I started Starter Park Neighborhood Association. With pride, I helped others start neighborhood association in the Second Ward. With pride, I built a lot of things in the Second Ward.
$50,000 for Cyrus Park?
Yep.
Okay, she brought it up. That is reducing our.
Ms. Burns,
Tied to 2.
please continue. Please proceed.
Point of order.
What is your point?
We have a colleague that's using constant points of information to interrupt the chair.
Thank you.
Speaker.
Thank you. Ms. Burns, I would ask that you would please allow her her time. Proceed.
Thank you. And points of order, points of information are only to be used to help with your next vote. So that's the proper way for points of information to be used. So, furthermore, as we continue to say, did you apply? The current president applied for the money. And when it was brought to the floor, I was not here. So again, we didn't have a say. We can laugh when you do nothing. So you specialize in laughing when you have nothing else. But I will go ahead and acquiesce the rest of my time because again, this is what we go through when we come to these meetings. People that have nothing trying to nitpick at something to start chaos. This is where our colleague in the city board going to do an ad hoc committee with a colleague that she's arguing with. I was just waiting for the next meeting because I knew it was going to get messy and this is what she does.
Request for information, I want to be on an ad hoc committee. What are you talking about?
Talking about.
Okay, no, that was an improper request, please wrap up your time.
Thank you. So after I wrap up my time, let's stick to the facts and not the gaslighting. That will move the community forward. And I'm proud to vote for the first ward in absence of our first ward colleague who wouldn't vote for in the first place and who wouldn't move it to council. Let's get the work done and move on. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak in the second and final round of this agenda item? Is there anyone else? Okay, so with that being said, I will take my time. As previously stated, this is ARPA money. The resolution says ARPA. There's no other way to talk about what this allocation is. That is what this money is for. I do want to address the constant moving of the goalpost. You see, because I have no problem with being transparent and honest about what I'm doing because I do not move in dishonesty. My very first meeting, I disclosed the fact that the water lab had applied for money during the ARPA deadline in March. That was no secret. I'm not trying to hide it. I have no reason to hide it. There's nothing nefarious going on there. I also want us to be mindful of the fact that that resolution still has never even come before council. So we gotta be honest when we're talking. You keep saying someone has 300,000 and all this and all that, and it's never even come before council. So we have to be honest. What is your request?
My request is, are you affiliated with the water, the redevelopment center that is requesting 300,000?
Thank you for your improper request, because I just was talking and it laid it all out. I need you to pay attention. So, as I was saying, what is your request?
My request is, since you brought up, are you affiliated with the resolution that did come before us for 300,000?
Let's do this again. You all can run back and watch the tape and everyone heard what I said. I understand what you're trying to do, so